Hi, this is the new Coach's Corner. I'm Brooke Kiesler here with women's basketball coach Mike Brandt. Thank you for being with us today.
Glad to be here.
Thank you. All right, so to get started, Portia, she is averaging a double-double. Is this what you expected to see from her?
Oh, I really did. You know, Portia's being our own senior, and she's the veteran we have on our team. She's a very tough, very solid basketball player, and she's given us great effort. And you know, it's just a tribute to her that she can do a double-double, because you know, teams are going to start saying, hey, we got to shut her down, and they're trying to, but she's doing a great job of just keep fighting and keep plugging away and getting those figures like that.
So you expect her to keep it up all season?
I do. I think she'll be able to keep it up, and you know, if she doesn't, then I think that really opens up the outside for outside shooters, because they're going to try to take that away, and if they do, then our outside shooters need to step up and hit shots.
Definitely. So Mackenzie, you have her starting for the first time this season. How is that a step up for her from previous seasons?
Again, that's another one, you know, being a junior and going through it for a couple of years, that was kind of expected of her to be playing at that level, and she has not disappointed. She's done a great job for us. I think probably the main thing that between those two that may be causing a problem is that they need to be a little bit more rested. You know, they're playing an awful lot of minutes, and even with the media timeouts that we have, I think they're playing just a few too minutes than they should, and we need to get some other players to step up and be tough college basketball players and hopefully spell them a little bit.
Awesome. So your team has played really well this season, but we haven't had quite as good of results as we have hoped. So how are you planning on bringing those near wins to victories?
Well, I think part of that is, you know, experience. We just have, as I mentioned, Portia and Mackenzie with any real game experience, you know, in our system, and so it's been a process of, you know, trying to bring the younger players together, trying to figure out, you know, they need to understand how to play during the end of a game, and some of them need to learn how to play, you know, throughout the game. We've been talking about toughness and being tough, and that's not really physically tough. We talk about being tough as being able to set screens and read the defense and take care of the ball and make the big shots. You know, a lot of things that are encompassed in that. But I think we're really stressing that and trying to get some of the players just to play tough and good college basketball. And it's been a slow process. You know, I think we're probably 2 mistakes away from being 3-2. If you just say, you know, you limit one mistake and get one more point in the overtime win, you know, that should be a win. And then the game we lost by 1, if you eliminate one mistake, it's worth a couple points, and that's another win. So we're trying to be positive with them. You know, it's tough. I think coming into this program, you know, it's been a winning program, and they kind of expect to win, but that's the trouble with it, is that you can't just expect to win. You have to, you know, be able to win and be able to do the little things on the floor and get the job done, and that's something that's taken us a little longer than I hoped to figure out. But you know, I really do think once we get it to click, then I think we're going to be a really good basketball team.
So your players just need to grow a little bit as players, and
then just a little bit, you know, and work together. They're working hard. You know, you can't ask more from effort, and they're trying to learn, and they're watching the DVDs, you know, and studying the games, and so they're doing a good job with that, and I think it'll pay off here. And you know, again, you got a great facility here. We've been a top program, and so people are coming after us, you know, and you lose a couple games, and then the next team says, it can be beat. We can beat them. You know, we can beat them. And they can come in here with some confidence, and you know, we've had a target on our back for many years, and now's a chance for, as the other opponent see it, that hey, come in and get a win. And same thing's going to be true about Erskine. You know, they'll come in here Tuesday night with the possibility of getting a win, so I'm sure they'll bring their level of game up for us.
Definitely. And how about you're stepping away from home to go to Limestone, and they played in the NCAA tournament last year. So how big is that going to be of a test for your players? Again,
it's going to be a great test for us. You know, and when we set the schedule up, you know, we thought we had a different team coming back, and so I think 4 of our first 6 games are against teams that have played in the NCAA tournament last year. So it was a tough schedule, and that's something that we've also been trying to encourage our players, is that, you know, we're not playing easy teams. We're playing good college basketball teams that we need to get at level and play. But Limestone will be tough. You know, they got beat by Armstrong at home the other day after a 20-point win against Georgia Regents University. It's kind of tough to remember Augusta State and Georgia Regents, but you know, so they're going to be a good team. And again, they're coming off a loss, and you know, they want to get well against us, and so it'll be very tough for us.
So you're going to try hard?
Absolutely. You know,
awesome.
We're going to continue to keep trying to get better every game.
Wonderful. And speaking of, you have a new player, Courtney Milling, that you got into a USC Aiken uniform. What do you expect from her?
I expect a lot from her. You know, and it's going to take her a little time. But every time you're off, she's been out for 2.5 years since she's played a game. And that's really tough to do. You know, it doesn't matter how good you are, who you are, you just don't have that game experience because you haven't played in the games. So she's going to take a little time to get back in game shape and get back in the mentality of, being a tough, hard-nosed basketball player. But she's proven that she's a very good competitor, and she's a great basketball player, and was all conference, as a sophomore. So we're expecting her to get to that level, hopefully by about conference time.
Awesome. And in 2 games this season, your team's been nearly perfect at the foul line. What do you attribute that to?
We don't talk about it at all. No, I mean, that's just, the free throw is kind of an individual item for every player, and they just need to be focused and concentrate. And we don't really have a whole lot of time to practice it in practice because limited baskets, and so it takes a lot of time to work on free throws. But we talk about the importance of it, and I just give credit to the players that we've had some of the right players getting fouled. Portia and McKenzie have been to the line more than anybody else, and they're very good free throw shooters, and that's part of the reason why they score in double figures, because they take advantage of the free shots that they get.
Definitely. And then your team is also averaging nearly three times as many blocks as your opponents, despite having an abundance of guards. Why do you think that is?
I don't know. I didn't look at that stat before. I think we got a couple people. Because we probably give up penetration too much, and we get out of position, so we have to try and swat their shot instead of taking charge. Which is not a good thing. We need to step in, and we need to learn to take some more charges and be a little bit more aggressive defensively in that respect. But I know Cassie Johansson has played not a ton of minutes, but she's a good shot blocker, and she's got 3 or 4, I think. And so, I think if that's one of our strengths, then we need to make sure that we have an opportunity to do it and use it, and without fouling, that'll be great. We'll just keep blocking the shots, I guess.
And who do you expect on your team to step it up this week and really bring home some victories?
If I knew that, I would put them in the starting lineup and get them a lot of playing time. But you just kind of wait. You give people opportunities. I know Jasmine Couch and Alexis, they haven't had an opportunity to really get in some quality game time. And we talked about that today in our video tape session, and I said if there's anybody that should be angry, it should be these 2 right here. And they should be in my office saying, hey, Coach, how come I'm not playing? What do I need to do to get some playing time? Because they really haven't had the opportunity. And on the video, we saw some people that really weren't working hard on defense. And that's why I said, you guys need to look at this and say, hey, but when the opportunity's there, they need to get in and play hard. And so, it could be one of them, or just somebody that's it's just a fine line about being a really good college basketball player or not, and a lot of it's just mental, and if they just can, break that barrier and have some success and then get some confidence, then, it could be any of them, and it could really make a big difference in their play and the way our team plays.
That's wonderful. So we expect some good things this season, and next season definitely, as your team grows, gets more aggressive and more experience.
We hope so. We certainly hope this season, we don't want to look too much into next season, because we think we can be a pretty good team if we keep working on it and, just try to keep improving.
Thank you, Coach Brandt, for being here with us today. I'm Brooke Kiesler, here with the women's basketball coach at USC Aiken. Join us again next time for another Coach's Corner.